Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal!
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Does he have it? Yes, he does!
And that might be the knockout punch.
All right, greetings and salutations. Man, another episode of Fangs up here. And oh crap. Sorry, just something popped up by Jamie Foxx. So oh snap. Hope he's okay. And my kid just popped in. She's like, I finished my work. I'm like, let's go. Let's go. All right, so what mentioning kids, well, really children, students. Man, spring game weekend. See y'all there on Saturday, and I'm excited. I'm always excited. It's FAMU. Like I don't know what else to do, but we got a couple. It's a busy little time right now. Like you got a lot going on. Just saying. Now, before we get started, big shout out to HBCU Digital Network. This is home. Also, shout out to Herb Seward and the Black Techies. If you need some technological advice, what to do, how to get it, ask them. Just saying. I'm gonna leave that there. All right, so look, second episode, new microphone. I'm still getting used to it. Not quite as excited as last time. So, but man, FAMU tennis, they did a little something. FAMU cheerleading, got a little something going on there. Before I forget it, let me put that in there. Also, we had the women's basketball team. Women's basketball, they got some news. And if you're just a lay fan, you may want to know. Like you're going to be a little excited about it. It's not going to be nothing too crazy. I mean, not like they won any championships or anything, but she's trying to do something. You also have the baseball team. Baseball team got a series coming up. Nothing's done yet. Nothing's set in stone. But again, we're trying to do some things. Like that's, to me, as long as you're trying to win, I'm cool with it. Additionally, you have the softball team. They're going to be there. I'm not going to lie to you. I might just kind of, drift off, head over to the softball field, catch a softball game. It's just, I'm one of them. Additionally, though, FAMU golf. We didn't do great, but we did get a player of the week. And then FAMU football, orange and green game is in 2 days. So, it's a good amount to talk about. And it's some more stuff going on as well. So now first, FAMU tennis, the SWAC champions. Just saying, like, you can say what you want to about me. I'm this much petty, but I'm all the way honest. I wanted that one. I'm just saying, the FAMU women's programs, they're doing it. The men, brothers, we got to step up. We got to step our game up because the ladies have come back with trophies. Like they didn't just like it; they came back with rings on it, and that's why you play the game. You play the game to win championships, and you just came away in a season where really the tennis team was solid all season long as far as in SWAC play. Now, before we got into SWAC play, it was a little tight. I'm not even gonna lie to you about that. It was a little tight, but we got better. And you kind of started to notice and started to see that this team might actually be able to do a little something. Like as the season went on, I just kept an eye on it. And me personally, I was like, all right, coach, I see what you're doing. And regular season SWAC champions. So that's 2 SWAC championships for Florida A&M University. I believe it's our third year in the conference. I'm just saying, in 3 years, you got 2 championships. I'm just saying, 3 years, that's pretty good. 2 second-place finishes from the football team. Look, basketball was trash last couple of years. Well, last year. Men's basketball the year before was actually good. Like, don't forget, them boys was actually a pretty good squad. Now, last year, we're gonna act like that didn't happen. But the year before, I'm not gonna forget that. I'm not gonna let you forget that. Not this year. Now, cheerleading. Look, I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only one who noticed it. And obviously, I'm not. But FAMU cheerleading is getting better. Like it's been a long time since FAMU cheerleading has been like meh. FAMU cheerleading's been solid for a little while. Like we got a good program, and you can see that we actually got a competition level, and a lot of the SWAC schools actually brought it. Like they went down to Daytona for their competition, and I believe Texas Southern got first, FAMU got third. Like it's nice, and it's really good to see. Like just as a fan, from a fan perspective, you want to see your cheerleaders out there, getting a little something for it. Maybe that opens the door for gymnastics. Don't leave that alone. But now women's basketball, I'm gonna jump there real quick, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, that was good. Like that was nice. The women's basketball team gave us something to be excited for. Like they're giving you something. You got 2 signees from Daytona State down in Daytona. So I'm just saying that's already a little bit of a jab to your rivals. Now, granted, Daytona State's not a winning program. They weren't a winning program. But you got some players with a little bit of size. Like you got Haley Brennan, 6'3" forward / center. Okay. All right. How does she mesh with some of the players we had last year? I believe we lost to Grizzle. So, but we also got a guard. So, Nashani Gilbert, 5'11", guard / forward. Okay. All right. I want to see it. That's my thing for this year. When it comes to women's basketball, FAMU, let's just call it what it is. It's a gotta have it year. You gotta have a decent performance. Yeah, you had more wins than you did the previous year. You did. But less than 10 wins ain't gonna do. It's just not. You have to have. It's almost championship or bust, but it's not. If we're being realistic about the situation, it's not a championship or bust season. But what it is you got to win 12 to 15 games, and you need to finish in the top 3 in the SWAC. This is that important as far as for our coaches' job security. I could lie to you. I can tell you the truth. Same thing in men's basketball. Another butt-tastical season like we saw last season, and you're gonna have new coaches. It just really is what it is, and I like them. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I like Coach McCullough as a person. When I've talked to him, 1-to-1, he's cool. And y'all already know Coach Pillow. Hey, that's my girl right there. That's my coach. But we got to win, and that's just being honest. That's not being biased or any type of way about the situation. It just is what it is. If you're not winning, it's not working. You're judged by the wins and losses, and that's just kind of the ugly truth, but it's the truth. And unfortunately, we did a lot of losing. Now, some things can be enhanced about I don't want to say the fan experience, because the fan experience actually is solid. Considering both those teams weren't very good, or neither team was good, you actually had a very fun experience. Going to the basketball games, it was fun to watch. It was fun to watch everything else but the game. The game itself, it was that want to win. But it wasn't like, all right, I'm gonna watch this game. We're gonna come out and kick some butt. It wasn't that. It was a lot more of, I hope we win. I hope we do something. But if we don't, I'm good. And a lot of that becomes almost an idea of apathy. Like you start to become apathetic to the program. And we don't want that. We don't want games where it's 500 people in the Lawson Center. Like if that's the case, why are you playing in that beautiful facility? Take that thing to Gaither. Because you got 500 people in Gaither, it's got a little bit of a vibe. Like I don't know how many of y'all remember basketball games at Gaither, but a basketball game at Gaither, yo, I'm just saying, that was actually a nice experience. You know, you get the popcorn machine going, them salty behind Rattler dogs that, probably took out a couple of your uncles because of hypertension. I'm just saying, like, Gaither's actually kind of a vibe. Like it ain't the best, but it's solid. Like when you start considering how it feels and how intimate the venue is. You get 2,000 people in Gaither, that'd be a rocket. You get 2,000 people in Lawson Center, and I mean, it's all right, but it can feel a little cavernous. And so I'm almost wondering if that's something where you're like, yo, y'all, we're going to suck. Let's move the thing to Gaither, But just to give a vibe, like you would love to have that at Lawson. Like you want that. And we have to find a way to better market the program. We have to, as a university, find a way to really do a better job monetizing that. Like we need 4,000 to 5,000 there a night. I'm just saying, if you can get 4,000 people in that place, it's less than half full, but it's still a vibe. Like you got the 100 coming, you got the fan experience. Like it's actually fun. Like you get lost in with a decent crowd, it's worth watching. Like it's a palatable product. I just don't think last year was palatable. I mean, I'm not going to curse, but it was pretty bad. Just saying. But we got two of them, and I think having a venue like Lawson does help. But I'm really serious when I say I would consider what your options are with Gaither as far as keep that as a practice facility, whatnot. I know we just tore down, or the gym that was at FAMU DRS just got torn down, which is fine. I mean, I know for those of us that grew up in and around Tallahassee, it does make you feel some type of way. But at the same point, you do understand progress is not linear. And at a certain point, you're going to have to tear down some of those facilities at FAMU DRS that you're not using. I mean, I'm going to keep it real with you. Old DRS is old when I was a kid. I took classes at FAMU DRS. I was not a FAMU DRS student. I went to summer school at FAMU DRS my senior year. So I didn't have to take math my senior year in high school. Like a month or two during the summer taking math, or the whole school year. Now I'm good. Let me knock this out. And honestly, it was old when I was there. Like it wasn't a new campus. It wasn't a bad campus. The library was straight. But you could tell it wore its age a little bit. You could tell. And to consider that going forward, we really weren't using it quite as much. Probably wasn't kept up the best. I suggested before, man, it would have been great to kind of bring that gym up and then either make it into like an IM facility or something like that. But that didn't happen. And so now you're kind of looking like, well, we tore down a facility. We're going to do something with it. We're probably going to build nicely over there, or just put a holding pond. Sucks for those that went to DRS and those that had the memories of going to DRS, because it was fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like FAMU DRS, it was a vibe. It's too far from my house growing up, but it was cool. Now, FAMU track got an event coming up, Tom Jones Memorial, and it's not unusual to be. I'm just gonna stop right there. It's one sing and dance you get out of me. I don't shuck and jive very often. But FAMU track is actually pretty solid. Like, let's consider where that track program has come from. In a 2-year period, it's a different monster. Like, that's one of the things I will give about the Gaucher era as we went into Michael Smith and as we've gone into Tiffany Dawn Sykes. We've seen the rebirth of quite a few FAMU programs. Like, FAMU baseball got good. I didn't even say again. I just said got good. FAMU softball stayed consistent. FAMU track was a dumpster fire for a year or two there. And now it's actually pretty good again. Like, FAMU tennis is good again. Like, FAMU tennis was solid when I was in college. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, I'd go by there and kind of catch a few, watches and just watch at the fence and just like, oh, okay, cool. I asked my homeboy, how'd y'all do today? Cool. But they've gotten good. FAMU football is good again. Like, right now, we may not be able to see it because we're so close to it. But when you step back a little bit farther, you're able to see that FAMU athletics is really in a rebirth of like success. Almost, it's not a zenith because a zenith is like your highest peak. You've never been this good before. I can't say that about FAMU football, but I can say that about FAMU football's consistency. I cannot remember the last time FAMU football was this consistent for this long outside of the Gulf Coast era. Like, when you start looking at the Gulf Coast offense, that was probably one of the zenith of the program. I mean, yeah, that championship season was championship season. But you go a few years after that, I mean, in modern history. Now, obviously, the Jay Gaither era, we're not touching that for a long time. Now, honestly, I do think I'll put this on wax. I wouldn't be surprised, and I need to check win totals. Coach Simmons is getting up there. Like, y'all may not want to give that man his flowers, but FAMU's athletics is in a nice little time period right now. Like, I'm just saying, like, some of y'all may not want to notice it, some may not want to give it to them, but they're getting there. Like, I'm just gonna say it like that. Now, we got baseball, and FAMU baseball is right there. We got Alabama A&M, but we're gonna be up there in Huntsville. We're gonna see. I'm hopeful because I think this is a winnable series, and this kind of keeps you in that top three. Like, you need to be in the top three in the division, in the conference, actually. Like, and let's just keep it what it is. Cookman's good, but Cookman's been good. Like, that's not a surprise. Like, for me to say Bethune-Cookman is good at baseball is like saying McDonald's makes really good fries. Like, no junk, Sherlock. They have a good program. They have a good tradition. Like, they got something. But FAMU baseball, look, be mad if you want to. Name another time we were this good, other than maybe when who was coaching. Like, let's just be honest. You can be mad at Coach Shoop all you want to, and no, he ain't perfect, but none of us are. But what I can tell you is FAMU baseball ain't been this good in quite a while. Like, consistently. FAMU baseball has not been this consistent in a very long time. And you can get mad at it. You can hate me or love it. But I'm going to tell you the truth. Name another time when FAMU baseball was this good for this long. I ain't saying, that. Just go back. I think you'd be hard pressed to find it. Other than maybe when the Hawk was here or something. Like, in modern history, let's call it a spade a spade. FAMU baseball was trash. And now FAMU baseball is good. It's a watchable product. Like, you go out there, and I told y'all, Daytona, the scouts were there. And you're like, I see why. In previous years, you're like, I wouldn't watch this. And it's free. Now I was like, I pay for it. Like, I throw $5 at it. $5, $10 for a game. Okay, cool. Like, I was glad to pay my money at the Cookman game. Like it was not even oh man, I don't want to pay for this. I drove to Daytona, paid for the game, even got some snacks. You know, I mean, I almost got some local, but you know, I was like, I got to drive back home. I ain't getting a hotel over here. They still look at the baseball games for Bethune-Cookman. I don't know how much they get it at, but yeah, I ain't got a drinking problem. But if your uncle do, don't send him to the Cookman game. Yeah, they sell liquor. And I was looked at. I said, nah, I'm good. I get a. I think I got a Coca-Cola. Yeah, Coca. Nah, I do have a Coca-Cola problem. That's my favorite soda. But yo, like I'm just being real. Like it was nice, and it's good. It feels good to have a competitive program. I'm just saying because look, the team across the street ain't doing it. Like Link Jarrett, he ain't having a great year this year, and I think it's kind of a rebuilding year at Florida State. But can I say this on wax? If Florida State don't pick it up, they're not making no darn tournament. And if they do make a tournament, let's call a spade a spade. You might get that FAMU FSU baseball matchup that some of y'all want. Like, let's just be real. You could end up with Florida State and FAMU in Gainesville or Orlando. I mean, I'm just going to say that. Like, don't be surprised if they don't pick it up and FAMU stays consistent, that those two teams could finally meet. And I'm telling you, it's not a hot ticket. It's not a hot ticket outside of Tallahassee. But for people like me, oh yeah. Yeah. That's a game you might take off work and be like, it's a once a lifetime experience. Because we're not, or better yet, this is that thing that opens up the door to the universities playing each other. And we've seen this. And we've seen cities survive this. We've seen Baton Rouge, LSU and Southern. Man, the football game wasn't it. But when I tell you the atmosphere and the vibe, just to watch it, man, the bands going at it was fire. Like, it was nice. Like, it was good. They need that. That should be an every 3 to 5 year thing. Every 3 to 5 years, Southern, LSU, do that. That's a vibe. Like, that was really cool. Nice mixing of the cultures. Like, and it's something that, hey, I just thought that was cool. That's just me. And we've seen other schools do it, but that was the first time that I can remember where we saw where the two schools were in the same city and we're like, let's do this. Now, granted, they're not as close as FAMU. I've been to Baton Rouge. It's not like FAMU. But at the same point, that something like that could be the opening that opens up FAMU and FSU playing in baseball. And honestly, I think it'd be fun. And I think where Florida State is right now, I'll be honest, I don't think I'd take that game because you're not at your zenith. FSU baseball, I think its highest height was when Buster Posey was there. And no, this ain't an FSU podcast, but again, I'm a Tallahassee and FAMU, FSU are my teams. Right now, I really can't tell you nobody on that team. I don't remember Tyler Boyd's still there. Again, until they really start doing some noise, I really don't follow them like I used to. And even the ACC network ain't doing it what it used to do. So, like, this could be a year where FAMU and FSU might meet up on the diamond, not softball. And that could be interesting. I'm just saying, we just saw where Tiffany Dawn Sykes and Michael Alford were kind of meeting each other and kind of greeting each other. You take that for what it is. I mean, AD Sykes has been there for going on 4 months now. So, I understand they're doing stuff, building champions on our side, Rising Spear on their side. I forget the other one. Sorry. Battles in. Sorry. Here we go. Battles in. They got 2 NILs over there. But, it would be really cool just to see that maybe that come to fruition. Now, FAMU softball, we had 500. Y'all know how I feel about that. I love 500 baseball and 500 softball, 500 Olympic sports at FAMU. Now, my favorite baseball team, Major League, undefeated. I mean, give you a hearty Tampa Bay. The Rays are undefeated. Y'all ain't coming here for that though. But this is another winnable. This is another winnable series, and a winnable series in the conference. And this is exactly like I told y'all beginning of the season. If we do well at the opening of the season against teams that are kind of non-conference, once you start picking up in season, you could actually have a decent record. I'm here for it. I'll probably be there. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'll probably, walk myself over there. Now, FAMU golf, we got ninth. Now, we did get the golf of the week at the Big Blue Intercollegiate. Aish, he got that. So, but y'all know I want to win. I'm petty. Now, with FAMU football, the orange and green draft has taken place, and I'm not gonna go back over it. Y'all, yeah, my boys from the orange and green ONG strike zone did a great job. Went over it, talked about it, and actually I'm rewatching the draft myself. Like it's about an hour and a half, so I ain't gonna lie to you. After this one, put on battle bots on this. Actually, I'm gonna go cook. Told them like I was making a little something. But I'm gonna go watch and then rewatch the draft. But I'm just being honest with y'all. I like what I saw. Like you had a lineman go early, and with the orange and green game draft, this is a great idea. All right, let's just give FAMU some credit when we do something right. Like I'm gonna ride you like a Georgia mule when you're doing something wrong. Oh man, oh yeah, we're gonna talk bad about you, especially around the friends and family and the FAMU league. Now on here, I might not be that bad, but around the fam, yeah, I'm gonna talk greasy about you. But this is a great idea. Like, and this is where one of the things I like about Willie Simmons, and I'll tell him to his face, I like that he's innovative. He's not shying away from trying to be different. Coach even tell y'all with them shoes, he just did a whole new thing. You ain't got these. And I'd be like, man, coach, I just got some of them. And now you ain't, now it's something else that you got that I ain't got. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I got the LeBrons. I ain't wearing them. I ain't wearing the fanny LeBrons nowhere. They stand in the box in the closet until something gonna happen before me to wear them. And they're heavy. Them shoes are heavy. Like they look beautiful, but they are heavy as heck. But yeah, man, like look, but FAMU does a great job about being innovative. Like you have to give them that. Look at the social media presence and the different things. It keeps the program exciting. It makes you as a fan stay engaged year round. But then it also is really appealing to the recruits because they're over there and they're watching. And you got the little, you got the little Victor Duncan rattle going on at the end. Like, okay, all right, and it resonates. Like you got to think, we got like 200 athletes potentially coming up on the hill this weekend. But you're also going to have football camps that are going to be taking place. And instead of doing the Central Florida camp, which, man, come on, coach. Come on. They are definitely doing one. They're doing several up there in Tallahassee. That's good. And you're seeing that with younger coaches. The softball coach, she's got a camp coming. You're seeing where Willie Simmons' innovations and ideas, and it's not that he's reinventing the wheel. Some things, hey, this is a good idea. I'm going to bring this to FAMU. Other things, it is, hey, this is just a Willieism. Like, I ain't seen Mike Norvell up there yet talking about you ain't got these. I'm sorry. I don't know how many times he be out there at the spring game when his Miami Vice closed. Like, all jokes aside, look, Coach Simmons was sharp. Like, that shit, Coach Simmons was sharp. He had his stunner shades on. Couldn't see none of y'all haters. Like, Coach was fly. But that's some of what you need. Like, you need the coach that is culturally relative, that's telling you engage in our program. You can do certain things here that you can't do at other places. Be comfortable, be happy. Like, we care about you. Faith, family, football. Like, those things appeal to the student athletes, and they really, to me, resonate with the transfers. Like, and as a fan, you're like, I'll support that. So I'm just here. Like, I'm here for it. Now I'm gonna run a little long. Because I told you I was gonna talk about the offense. Now with the offense going into the spring game, first thing I'm looking at, y'all already know, I'm looking at QB1. Like, that was my dude last year. He's my guy again this year. Like, I'm looking at Musa, but I was kind of shocked. Y'all picked Fisher kind of, early. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm not I've seen Trey Fisher play in high school. I want to see what he looks like in college. I definitely, he's definitely gonna be a guy I keep my eye on. I want to see what him and the other quarterbacks do. Like, I'm just saying, I'm not second guessing. I'm first guessing. I want to see that. I want to see his growth, and that's not me trying to take a shot at the kid. No, because yeah, but I want to see it. Now, the running back room, I ain't gonna lie, you ain't got to run them that hard. After last year, where we lost running backs in the spring game, look, you take it easy on them. I don't need to see all of them playing all the time. Like, that's something you can miss me with. Now the receiving core, now y'all know, I got a special place in my heart for the receivers. I want to see what we look like, because we saw one of the tight ends got picked up kind of early in that draft. I'm thinking he's gonna be a target. He ain't just gonna be there to block. I want to see what these receivers look like, though. Because last year you had a dominant receiver that really truly wasn't vocal. Like, say what you want to about Xavier Smith, he's not the vocal leader. He's a leader. He leads by example. Now, he spoke when he needed to. He wasn't up there in your face, shining like, look at me, look at me. But when he made a big play, you knew about it. Oh, he got a celebration. He was ready. But he also, he wasn't up there trying to talk trash and everything else. Like, I'm the best and I'm this, I'm that. Nah, he let his play do the talking for him. And I think this year you got a little more flash. I think Jamari Sheree and Manigo, them dudes, I think you're gonna get a little more flash out of the receivers this year. They just got to make sure they catch the ball. That's going to be the big thing as far as the receivers, because we had times where our receivers would do what most receivers do. That hard, difficult pass that you have to concentrate on, you caught it. But the mundane ball where it hit your hand, you're going to, and then all of a sudden, oh, I dropped it. It's natural. Don't ask me why. But as a receiver, when you have to concentrate on the ball, you catch it. When you take that moment, just to kind of, this is a formality, you drop it. It just happens like that. Don't ask me why. It's a receiver thing. Now, the other thing, and my biggest position on offense is going to be the line. I want to see what the offensive line looks like, not only depth-wise, but I want to see what we look like body type-wise. Like, no weird stuff. What do we look like after this offseason? Because we trotted out some freshmen last year. Like, y'all got to remember, like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. If I got a favorite offensive player, look, I'm a Musa man. I was a Musa man last year though, so I'm not new. Y'all people that's new to the, oh yeah, Jeremy Musa, don't do that. I've been here. I told y'all last year. I like McKay. McKay was the leader of the team. He was the heart, but Musa was the quarterback. Yeah. This year, yeah, Musa. But if I'm saying who's my guy on offense, it's TJ Demas. I'm just saying, like, that lineman. That dude. That, like, I'm not that offensive lineman nerd that's just gonna nerd out over it. but something about a versatile offensive lineman that can play really. He can't play tackle. He could, but I don't think you want him as a tackle. But if somebody can play center and guard and be darn good at it, and then that's a true sophomore, okay, I like it. That's one of my guys right there. I Gross is up there too now. Don't get me wrong, Kobe Gross, he up there. Look, and don't sleep on Willoyd. Look. We got a couple guys like so. When it comes to FAMU's offense, my big thing is, can we stay on schedule? That's my number one thing. And when you staying on schedule means also eliminating stupid penalties. Can we not get false starts? Can we not get an overly large amount of holding penalties? Holding penalties make you want to throw stuff. Can we not get blocked in the backs? Like somebody's running downfield, all of a sudden you push some dude in the back. Man, that makes you want to throw stuff. Can we avoid the dumb penalties? Because if you're getting a penalty for a face mask or something like that, I don't like it, but I understand it. But when you're getting like a lot of times holding penalties are just bad technique, or you're beat. Like if you're an offensive lineman, especially a tackle, and you're beat and you get a holding penalty, I'm cool with it. Like let the quarterback stay upright and wear that penalty. But can we avoid those things that just throw you off schedule? The silly penalties, the false starts, somebody says something about your mama, now you got to do something about it. Like he hit me first, then all of a sudden, 10 plays later, you got to get your get back. But the ref, you didn't see him hit him. No, he didn't. He didn't see nothing. He's blind. That's not a good joke. But it's true. Like that's what I'm going to be looking for with the offense. With the defense, it's going to be execution. Can we tackle? It's going to be scheme. Like I don't expect you to throw a lot of wrenches or a lot of whatever at me at the spring game, but really, can you tackle? Can you not do stupid stuff? Offensively, can you stay on schedule? Are we throwing to the right receivers? Are you going through your progressions? Receivers, what's your route running looking like? Are you working the route tree? Because we can tell real quick the dudes who can't run routes. And that was one thing we said about Xavier Smith. He can run routes. He can run the route tree. I remember asking him, like, yo, dude, what you doing? Because when you run routes, it look different. And you can even see where now it paid off. It's paying off. He's likely to get drafted. Part of it is because he is fast. He does catch the ball. But, man, that joke can run some routes. And that's what I'm going to be looking for at the spring game. Now, special teams, I didn't know one of my kickers left. Brooksy, I didn't know Brooksy had stepped away. So you got two kickers. I want to see what this looks like. And I'm hoping, we get a little more help in that special teams area. Not breaking news. If you want to catch some breaking news, look, catch my boy. Catch St. Clair, round 1 podcast, Hallelujah 95. Yeah, catch him on that. But as far as me, I ain't gonna break no news today. But I'm looking forward to this. Like I just as we go into that last bit of the season, it's that last chance to really see, like, before they get into fall camp, what they're working on. And then who needs to do more work. Because some of them will need to do work. And this is also going to give you the ideas of who's transferring out and who's staying. Like, if we're just being honest, that's the last part of the spring game. You're going to make some last acquisitions or late acquisitions, and you're also going to have some late departures. Some of these guys are going to go be at Albany State. It's a pipeline. Yeah, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. So that being stated, y'all, I'll see y'all on Friday. I don't look. I want to see. I'm gonna see my orange and green strike zone brother and see what they're doing. Like, check them out. But I'm excited, y'all. It's an orange and green experience. It's the orange and green game, and the band's gonna be there. So we'll try to get a little bit of content for y'all. Post online like we did last year. So follow the FQ Family Twitter page, the Fangs Up Podcast Twitter page, Fangs Up YouTube, uh, Fangs Up Facebook, Fangs Up Instagram. Like, follow that because y'all know I definitely posted on there. HBCU Digital Network. We're gonna be doing some stuff, man. So we're gonna be posting some of the music, the sight, the sounds from the day, so that y'all can hear what it sounds like, what it looks like, and maybe even give y'all a little bit of that on the field experience. So maybe you come out there and you get your season tickets, help with the Building Champions program, everything like that. But as always, big shout out to HBCU Digital Network. This is home. Also, Herb Seward and the Black Techies. Check them out for your technological needs. Those brothers are knowledgeable and sisters because sometimes they mix it up. And also, don't be surprised if you catch my brother Herb in the HBCU nightly space with Josh and the crew over there. They do great things. I haven't been able to get in as much as I used to just because I'm working on some stuff. I'm actually finishing, but I'm working on some stuff right now. So, and we trying to make the product better. So, but as always, y'all, thank y'all for listening. And it's gonna always be y'all. Come on now, y'all already know what's up. It's gonna be Fangs Up.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal.
While our HBC